Good morning, my friends. Caden.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Olivia.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mason.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chopper.
He doesn't talk much.
He doesn't talk much. Doesn't have a lot to say. All right, everyone. Today we are going to read one of my favorite stories. Maybe you've heard it before, and if you have, make sure you don't give any parts away. Does anyone know who this guy is right here? I'm going to show it to you.
Grover.
Oh, let's see a hand next time. Sure, yes, two people. All right, Olivia, tell us who this is.
Grover.
Grover.
It says right there.
Does
Starring lovable furry old Grover.
I like where she found that right here on the text.
I was going to say Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster. What makes him the same as the Cookie Monster?
That he's blue.
That he's blue, and he's a Sesame Street character.
Sesame Street.
That's what it's
Sesame
called.
Street.
And that's where they live, right here on Sesame Street. This is called The Monster at the end of this book. And like Olivia said, it's starring your lovable furry old pal Grover. Hello, everybody. He has kind of a funny voice. All right. I'm going to need your help with this book because let me tell you, I've read it before and it requires all of us. This is a very dull page. What is on the next page? Grover says. What?
Did that say?
Oh, excuse me, my turn. Thank you. What did that say on the first page? What did that say? Did that say there will be a monster at the end of this book? It did? Oh man, I am so scared of monsters. Are you scared of monsters?
No, what he is.
Yeah, he is, huh? Are
He's
you
a
scared of
monster.
monsters?
He's scared of himself, basically.
How funny. He's scared of himself. Shh. Listen. I have an idea. If you do not turn any pages, we will never get to the end of this book. And that is good because there is
Which monster?
at the end of this book. So please do not turn the page. You turned the page! Look at his face. He looks nervous. Maybe you do not understand. You see, you turning pages will bring us to the end of this book, and there is a
Monster.
at the end of this book, but this will stop you from turning the pages. See, I am tying the pages together so you cannot. You think I can do it? You think I can turn the page? He tied them all the way together. Can I do it?
Yeah.
You turned another page. You do not know what you're doing to me. Now, stop turning pages.
Just listen to him.
I'm in charge here. He doesn't know who's in charge here. Miss G's in charge here. I do what I want. There. I, Grover, am nailing this page to the next. So you will not be able to turn it. And we will not get any closer to the monster at the end of this book.
I think that's how it works.
I like your hand. Give me one more minute to get to you. All right, all right, all right. Do you know that every time you turn another page, you are not only getting us closer to the monster at the end of this book, but you make a terrible mess. Because remember, look at all, we've got our tape and we've got some of his wood when he tried to shut the pages on us. There's dust flying everywhere. This will stop you from turning the pages. A heavy, thick, solid, strong brick wall. I would just like to see you try to turn this page. You want to try?
Can I try?
I want to say something.
What do you want to say?
He's just putting the wall down, and we could just easily turn the page.
You think so, Olivia? Can you just easily turn this page? It's a brick wall, though. Are those usually pretty heavy or pretty light?
Pretty heavy.
Pretty heavy. Can she do it, folks? Can she do it?
Is that one page?
I think so. Do you know know that you are very strong.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Grover. He's all the way underneath those bricks, isn't
Yeah, poor buddy. I didn't mean to hurt him.
he? The next page is the end of this book. And there is a monster at the end of this book. Oh, I am so scared. Please do not turn the page. Caden, what does he say?
Please, please.
Olivia, what does he say?
Please.
And Mason, what does he say?
Please. Wait. Okay.
Oh, you want to tell him it's going to be okay?
Yeah.
Well, look at that. This is the end of the book, and the only one here is me. I, lovable furry old Grover, am the monster at the end of this book. And you were so scared. The end. And I told you there was nothing to be afraid of.
But then it's the end.
Oh, I am
So
so
embarrassed.
embarrassed. Kaden, what do you think our lovable furry old pal Grover is embarrassed about?
I don't really know.
Not sure?
Because, yeah.
Oh, give him just a minute. He's giving it some thought. Thank you for knowing. You want to give it another minute?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move on to Mason then while you give it some thought. Mason, why is our lovable furry old pal Grover embarrassed?
He got scared of himself at the end of the book.
He was scared of himself. Olivia, what do you have to add?
I don't really have anything to add, but I remember in like school, real school. Remember that we decorated a pumpkin of Grover, and it was so cool.
We did. We love this book. So you think he was embarrassed because, like Mason told us in the beginning, hey, you know, Grover's a monster. And at the end of the book, who was the only monster around?
Grover.
Mason, can you sit up nice and tall for me and give me a crisscross applesauce? Olivia, I like the way you did that. Kaden. Thank you all for being such great listeners to my story. This is my favorite book. And guess what? I have one called There's Another Monster at the end of this book. You guys want to read it tomorrow?
Yeah. Can we do this
Awesome.
actually every day?
I love story time. All right, everyone say bye to my class. Bye to my teacher.
Bye. Hey, stop blocking me.